Hello everyone, this is Susie Q, Susie Q's Bunting Babes, and welcome to my nursery room window. Today I have baby Lorelai with me. She's my full body silicone baby girl, and I am going to be changing her into a really cute little summertime outfit that has butterflies on it. And I do have a couple of stories about butterflies, so I'll be telling those today as well. So let me go ahead and put little Lorelai down here on the changing table and show you what she's going to be wearing today. And so the butterfly outfit that I'm chosen for today is this one. And it's sort of like, if you were in person to see it, it's sort of like an orangey pink. And it's got like a big butterfly with three little butterflies flitting around. And then it's a one piece, actually. It's attached. There's a onesie under it, but it's attached. And then it has butterfly sleeves. And then the way that it's closes is these snaps in the back. And I've chosen this little headband for her to wear today because it looks to me like a flower. And so I thought butterflies and flowers, that would really be the perfect hair bow for her. And so I'm also going to be putting on these cute little pink summer sandals. These are just darling. I'm sorry, I had to shut the video off for a second. I thought someone came into the room. But anyway, so yeah, I'll be putting these little summer sandals on her. And with my silicone babies, I don't like to put on this type of a shoe or any kind of a shoe really without socks, because I'm afraid of, you know, when I tuck their little silicone feet into the shoe that it might rub or something. So she's going to be wearing these cute little pink socks that have the little nylon ruffle along the edge of the cuff. And so that's all that she's going to be wearing today. We've had some really hot, muggy summer days lately for the past, I would say the past couple of weeks. And the rain has made it very muggy outside. So thank goodness for air conditioning. I say that every summer. And yeah, I'm just really grateful. But let's go ahead and take her shoes off. And her little socks. I also like to dress, I always think that socks always complete the shoes. So I always like to, you know, have them in shoes and socks. That's just my thing, I guess. But anyway, I wanted you to notice, for those of you who didn't see the video with Lorelai in this sweet little summer outfit, it's a sleeveless, and it's got the ruffle along the top, and a ruffle along the bottom, and it's a onesie underneath. It snaps at the bottom, and then the back of it is really cute. Let me show you the back, and you can see her little shoulder blades, and it ties, the back ties in a big bow. So it's really, it's a large outfit, but it can really fit a lot of different sizes because of the way that it has the elastic here and the way that it ties the shoulders, the shoulder straps. But anyway, I wanted to change her out of that and into a butterfly outfit because like I said, I was going to tell you a couple of stories about butterflies. The first story I was going to tell you was about, this happened recently, and actually it happened yesterday and the day before. My husband was, he was sitting out by our fire pit, and one of those big, I think it's called a tiger swallow butterfly, one of those big butterflies came, and he was just sitting there, and as he was sitting there, the butterfly was flitting around his face, and then all of a sudden, it landed on his nose. if you can imagine that. I mean, and those butterflies are really, really huge. Those are, you know, the black, they're the yellow ones with the black stripes. And so he was pretty amazed, and he told me that story, and it was hard for me to believe, too, that it landed right on his nose. And I thought that was pretty cool. And by the way, I also put this butterfly diaper on Lorelai, and I thought that it would be a really cute thing for her to wear today. It's got butterflies. In fact, the butterflies on it will match the color of the pink. So anyway, and then then yesterday what happened, I was sitting out there with him, and there's another kind of a butterfly. There's one that it's an orange one, an orange butterfly with black markings on it, and it was flitting around my husband, you know, he's just sitting there, and it flitted around him, and it landed on his legs. He was wearing jeans, but you know, it landed on his legs, and I thought that was pretty cool. And these things happen, and of course I didn't have my camera with me, so I couldn't take a proper picture, but I just think it's amazing when you're out in nature, out here in the country, and when animals or insects or whatever are not afraid of you, they just will land on you, you know, and just do their thing. And I'm not sure why that butterfly wanted to land on him, but it just landed on him and was just sitting there opening and closing his wings very gently, like it just, you know, maybe found another flower or something. It's pretty funny. But then that happened to me also a few years ago. I was down in, we used to have our garden near the creek a couple of years ago, until we had to move the garden because when it rained, the creek flooded over and almost hit the garden. In fact, one year it did hit the garden and flooded my garden out, so we moved the garden. But anyway, before we moved the garden, we had it down there, and one day I was out there doing my usual thing, and I have a four-wheeler that I used to drive down there to the bottom part of our property, and I was sitting in the four-wheeler, and I was taking like a water break, you know, and this butterfly came, and it started flitting around me while I was sitting in there. It was flitting around me, and then all of a sudden it landed on my hand, and you know, it just sat there and waved its little wings, and you know, was very comfortable. And then we just, I don't know, I must have spent about 15 minutes, at least 15 minutes with this butterfly. It would flit off of me, and then it would land on my garden boots, or you know, it would just flit off and on, and it wasn't scared, and we were just having the best time together. And finally it was me that you know, the butterfly still wanted to hang around, but finally it was me that finally, you know, I finally said, well, you know, it's time for me to get back to the garden. So I got up, and the butterfly, when I got out of the four-wheeler, the butterfly was still kind of flitting around me like it wanted to be friends with me and stuff, you know. And I thought that was just the coolest thing. And so, anyway, the butterflies out here are just beautiful. They're big, beautiful butterflies. And, you know, I think it's because we're out in the country that there's so many different varieties. So, that's my, so those are my two butterfly stories that I have. They're really tame. I think it's so much different than being in the city. I don't know if butterflies appear in the city or not. I know that I know that you know, you'll have butterflies in your backyard and stuff like that, but I wonder how tame they are as compared to the ones that are out in the country. I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna get little Lorelai's shoes on her, and like I said, it's so much easier to put especially this type of a sandal on her foot because silicone, you know, in itself is it's a difficult thing to work with, and especially trying to get it into tight corners and tight places. But I found that when I put socks on my silicones, that especially with the shoes, it's so much easier. So let me see. Now the buckle, not so much. The buckles are really, really tiny. Because of course these are tiny, tiny baby shoes, and it's kind of hard to get them, but I got it. So there's your little left foot. I need to move the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. And then here's your right foot. And at the end of this, I am going to be giving a garden update. I think it's been at least a week and a half when I first showed you my my brand new vegetable garden that I have growing outside. And so I'm going to take the video out there when I get done with dressing Lorelai. And that way I can give you, I'll just give you a short update. I'll show you how big the garden is. It's been really, really growing because of the fact that it's been really hot, really humid, and it's been raining off and on. And so it's like a perfect growing condition for the garden. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Get this one in. There we go. Isn't that cute? So the last step, and I'll move the camera back up again. The last step is going to be that we're going to brush Lorelai's hair. And then I'm going to put her little flower bow in. Because I think that flowers and butterflies just go together. They just do. There we go. Boy, it's been a while since I've been on video, at least a week or so, and I really missed my dolly friends and my dolly community, and chatting back and forth and stuff. So I do appreciate everyone that hangs in there with me, and you know, will come back and see me whenever I do my videos. I'm planning on doing them more often now. So I hope to see you all soon again. I also have to catch up on watching videos. I've been just away from YouTube for a bit because of personal reasons, but I'm back, and so here you go. And there's Miss Lorelai, and I do think that flower, that little flower headband, did the trick. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop the video for now, because what I want to do is show you my garden. But this is little Lorelai, and there's her little sandals and her cute little butterfly outfit and her little flower bow. So anyway, everyone, I'm going to shut down for just a second, and we'll meet you out in the garden. See you there. Hello everyone, I'm back, and this is the garden. It's a really bright, sunshiny day today, as you can see. And the noise that you're hearing in the background, unfortunately my husband is cutting down trees at the same time that I'm trying to do the garden shot, so I apologize. But anyway, real quickly, so what we're seeing here, I guess what you can see in the background there is my tomatoes. And I'm not used to using a selfie stick, and so let me go back to see where the cages are. That's my tomatoes, right there. And it's really hard to see what I'm doing because of the glare of the sun, but I'm hoping that you're gonna get to see the tomatoes. And then down here are these are all the squash. And that was a car that just went by. It's not a real quiet place right now, but these are the squash. And then the next parcel of plants that you see are the green beans. And then after the green beans, there's a parcel of plants that are the sweet peppers. They're called the giant Marconi peppers. And so they're growing, and the green beans are really, really doing well, and so is the squash. And then my tomatoes are too. What's really funny about the tomatoes is that we have Roma tomatoes. I have four plants of Roma tomatoes, and then the rest of them are called Juliet tomatoes. And so let me see if I can get that in there. So there's the Roma tomatoes. And then here are the Juliet tomatoes. And so I made up a thing, and I said, well, I have Romeo and Juliet tomatoes now. So anyway, that wasn't a planned thing. It just kind of happened by accident. So anyway, everyone, I'm going to have to go now. As you can see, my husband has decided to just keep on cutting that tree down. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my garden today. I'm not real good at selfie sticks, so I apologize if I'm bouncing you all around. But anyway, I hope you all are having a fantastic Sunday today, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.